Director Quentin Tarantino joined a political activist group on the streets in New York to protest against police brutality. He also spoke to a crowd of protesters in Washington Square Park about the tragic loss of lives like Tamir Rice.
Cleveland, Ohio. On November 22nd, 2014, Tamir was playing with a toy gun in the park. After a 9/11 call where the person calling said the gun was probably a fake and the person holding it was probably a juvenile, the police rushed onto the scene and shot Tamir within 2 seconds. Then they knocked down and handcuffed his sister and locked her in the police car. And they would not allow his mother to hold her lifeless child who lay dead in the street. After almost a year, there's been no charges filed and not even a grand jury selected.
Very powerful speech there, but this is where the story gets even better, okay? The New York Police Department is now asking people to boycott Tarantino films, all right? Now, the rally was the third in a series of protests by activist group Rise Up October to speak out against police brutality. Now, I think both sides, Quentin Tarantino and the NYPD, definitely have the right to protest, but I think Quentin Tarantino definitely has the better cause. I mean, police brutality is a conversation that deserves to be talked about, whereas the NYPD protesting or boycotting Quentin Tarantino films, to me, just seems like an immature 8th grade move, basically being like, because you don't agree with us, I'm going to reject you. So I want to know what you guys think. Nate, make your point.
I think it was great that he did it. I really think anytime a celebrity uses their celebrity to sort of bring awareness to a cause, I didn't know anything about the Rise Up October movement. Obviously, I know Black Lives Matter because they've been getting all the press. And I think him taking the opportunity to use his celebrity to push the conversation forward is a great thing, whether you agree with him or not. And everybody should agree with him because it's an important issue.
Absolutely. Robby, what about you?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's great what Quentin is doing, but I think I think it's such a horrible move that NYPD has done, offering the sort of backlash to that rally because they're speaking out against police brutality. They're not saying down with NYPD. So it comes off as NYPD is defending the actions of those select police officers, which I think is. No, they obviously, right? They obviously acted incorrectly. Why can't you join in us and say that those police officers did not act appropriately, but we will? I think they're taking ownership of someone else's mistakes.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Not only is it immature, it's also in poor taste because indirectly they're kind of saying what you're saying doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And they're not taking the police brutality seriously. So here's the personal question. How do you protest something you don't agree with? Robby, we'll start with you this time.
With humor. All the time. So, and maybe that's because I don't like direct confrontation with people, but, I really should maybe get into satire videos. I think I would enjoy that. But for the most part, when I'm talking to people, either who have opposing views or, are confused about a subject or whatever, and I want to convey a point, oftentimes I will kind of with humor and easy to understand terms, kind of explain those things. I don't get angry with signs. I'm not good at that. I don't think I'm intimidating looking, so I don't want to go out. I don't know. That's not who I am. So I like to kind of mock the issue in a way that hopefully makes people realize the contrasting viewpoint.
Yeah, I feel like people are more apt to listen if there's a comedic element. I mean, that's why The Daily Show does so well. It's serious topics, but in a funny light. How about you? How do you protest things?
I took a dump on somebody's car once.
Okay, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as humor,
I think
though,
it's
too.
Is that protest or was that just?
Yeah, no, it was. I was personally protesting something, but yeah, I mean, and I acknowledged it. I said, "Hey, this is a thing that I just did because you deserved it."
That's my protest on your car.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I'm a typical millennial. I take to social media, so I use the hashtags, give my 2 cents. And have you noticed that people often change their Facebook profile picture in support of different causes?
Yeah.
I definitely do that as well. But let us know, what do you think? How do you protest something? And what do you think about the NYPD boycotting a Quentin Tarantino film? Let us know in the comment section below, and we'll see you soon.